everything I think is running. Yeah, everything seems to be going alright. Okay, yeah. Hi. Welcome back to Disco Elysium.
Hello.
Just so you guys know, Motts isn't particularly feeling that jazzed at the moment, so, you know, they're probably gonna be pretty low energy, and or might bounce at some point.
Yeah.
I am also fairly tired, but, you know, that's par for the course, you know? Weird. We had left off after talking to the novelty dice maker here.
Yes.
See, the detective just remembered that he has a flashlight.
Oh, right. Flashlight. Forgot about that.
Probably take that out, you know? Alright, I forgot that we picked up that antique rifle.
Yeah.
A lot of random stuff we got as options. Probably find some use for them in a bit.
Mm-hmm.
We had... He's gone into an idle animation and put away the flashlight. He's also intersecting Kim. Oh. On the one hand, I do want to talk to her about the other, like, businesses and stuff. On the other hand, it is 6:37, and we have slightly less than 13 real. So we should probably head back down and continue looking around, talk to more people.
Yeah.
See if we can't find a way to get another $100 thereabouts.
A little over that.
I know it's a little over that, Motts, but we don't have $100. Where do you think we're going to get $120? So we should leave.
Probably. You can always come back.
Yeah. We'll come back and ask more questions. Detective? Okay, there we go.
Just like you undoubtedly want to explore this room.
Yeah. Like, we've got, like, that filament. How do we get out of here? Wait, I think I found it. There we go. Take that off. We don't need that right now.
Do you want to talk to... Never mind.
Well, I figure that we should finish talking to the novelty dice maker first.
That's fine.
I mean, I can try talking to her.
No, it's fine.
Okay. We also need to find a... finicky one here. We also need to find a plastic bag.
Yes, you do.
What appears to be erotica, but without actual erotica. Okay, we got some signs. Broken windows, tips, that's windows. I don't have a bag, though.
You are being sassed.
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible.
Or
The metal
viewer.
feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic. A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onuk written on the other side, with N and C scribbled backwards. Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts, lanky weather-worn wooden planks, an X-shaped cross topping its tower. The church looks old and weather-worn. There are no lights in the windows. Around the large wooden building, you see chunks of sea ice gathered on the beach, and a small tent set up on the ice.
Vandalism? Shake your head.
Probably some kids.
You can also look at this viewer. It's going a different
This
direction,
coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the handle while looking inside. Then use the focus knob to zoom in if necessary.
I'm curious what I'll see for 25 cents.
Your money disappears into the coin slot, a clunk, the ring of metal. The curtains on the display open. You lean in to catch the view. It's blurry, different blues and greens. In the middle of the shimmer stands a drab grey shape, like a ghost. The lenses shift. The ghost sharpens into an islet in the bay. In the ruins, a man-made structure is visible, a half-sunken sea fort, its concrete almost reconquered by nature. It looks as if it was abandoned quite some time ago. Nothing but a rotten tooth remains of the anti-aircraft tower. A lonely birch tree grows out of it.
Interesting.
Its leaves ripped from it by the winter wind.
Really? I don't have the eyesight to make it out.
The little brave birch tree seems to wave back in the wind.
The little brave birch tree.
Brave birch tree that could.
Let us.
Got a bridge over here.
Yeah.
Here's something.
The descriptions in Disco Elysium always make me want to write.
Yeah.
Hey! Nothing.
Got some people over here, some people down there. Let's go down first. Now appears to be a drunk. The distant wall of seabirds. Hey, a bag.
When I said hey, it was because I noticed the bag and then was like, oh, I should shut up.
There we go. It wouldn't let me equip it. We got down here. No, I'm serious. What is this?
Some
It's money.
At least a little bit back for the 25 you spent.
In my defense, it's not like like 25 is really going to be the difference maker here.
You never know.
Bullet holes in this wall. I saw a fish swim past. Look at that.
Bella.
Kim fish.
Kim, do you think this fish could be our killer? No, detective.
That's not gonna be slightly annoying. You have little piles of things, and you can only pick them up one at a time. I do definitely have some amount of telekinesis, given the distance I grabbed that bottle from. Did you see that?
Well, you said you're a psychic detective.
I mean, yeah, but I didn't think the game would believe it.
All around you, rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away.
Thank you, Shivers.
The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting. Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hair. Grey sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world.
Wow, you can really get a view of how effed up this building is.
Yeah.
Wow.
See how utterly fucked?
Yeah.
Well, a lot of Mario
Hey, look,
games
there's
looks
Kuno.
like that.
Hey,
Oh,
Kuno.
Hey. It's the little punk himself.
Your shirt sticks to your chest. The shoulders of your disco blazer grow heavy. The cold finds its way in under your skin. You shiver, and the city shivers with you. You're not dressed for this weather. You should get an overcoat or a patrol cloak. Sheets of rain over the water, a flight of stairs leading into the ocean. Wave after wave washing the coast of Martinez, with its motorboats and gently swaying reeds.
You realize that we're just staring up at, like, the sky right now?
Yes.
And Kim's probably just like, Detective?
What is he doing?
Detective, are you okay?
The ruins of a half-sunken sea fort crumble on an inlet beyond the Bay of Revachol. Ghosts rise into the sky.
Yeah, you were just looking at that sea fort.
Yeah.
The skyscrapers of La Delta, the financial district. Faint golden light seeps from the office windows. Will you ever go there? No, you are just one of the hundreds of thousands who watch them rise across the bay from Martinez every day. Urban coastline, rain dripping off Eternite-covered roofs, cinder blocks left over from half-finished construction, a defunct research and development building, once seized by revolutionaries. An old wooden church stands on stilts above the water. Coal City, end of all lines. Your hair is an oily mess flecked with ash from neighboring coal plants. Smokestacks rise somewhere in the distance. There's a fleet on the corner. A plastic coat is folded into a small triangle under the counter by the window. Beyond that, the strikebreakers have gathered. The great gates of the industrial harbor are locked. A chill runs down your back. You shudder like an animal trying to shake water from its hide. Behind the gates, heaps of supply crates, red and blue metal shipping containers, slick with rain. The Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor is an artificial mountain range. Immense wealth resides within, and immeasurable poverty in its shadow.
It's a very, very apt description of, well, an industrial harbor.
Yes.
An artificial mountain range, immense wealth inside, but immeasurable poverty below. Yeah.
It's a very good description of what it looks like, too, in my opinion.
La Ducienne,
Also,
King Dries passenger harbor. Cruise ships flanked by dock arms. Cranes watching over the mouth of the river distributary.
Yeah.
probably, your next destination should probably be,
Trying to break in.
probably.
Couronne, the lower middle class. Distributary after distributary cuts the city blocks in half. 7-story buildings trail off into the rain. A silvery curtain of rain over the houses. The class divide. Capeside apartments. Tower blocks crowd one another. 4.46mm bullets still lodged in their war-torn stone walls. Hallways collapse from the mortar hits of a war that was lost long ago. Clotheslines go to waste in the rain. Radios play. A yard. Rain falls onto the roof of a woodshed. The lingering odor of decomposition mixes with that of damp soil.
It's not that far away, detective.
A traffic jam. Rain thrumming on the roofs of motor vehicles. Inside, drivers watch water streaming down their windshields. The statue of a king shudders. He too is cold. The canal bridge has been raised. The road ascends. A raised motorway loops above the ghetto. Beneath its concrete columns, a sea of rooftops, woodwork, and tar stretches northward. 4-story buildings as far as the rain can fall. The snows melt in Jamrock.
I'd like to pause there just to say, it's really interesting that Shiver's giving us this very flowery description of everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically stuff that we had learned from the gardener already.
Huh.
Because, like, she gave us, like, directions on everything in each direction.
That's true.
It's a lot of, like, the same, like, notes, but this is a lot more descriptive.
Yeah. Shivers kind of gives you... It's a very poetic, like, kind of... Almost like you're able to feel the world around you.
Yeah.
The genuinely supernatural, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, supranatural. That's what that says.
I think technically supranatural.
Supranatural.
Where the hood, where the hood, where the hood at?
To be in Martinez, where no one goes, at the runoff point of a long-forgotten canal, in the whitest part of town, in the shadow of the day the revolution fell. Standing in the rain, looking north, where Jamrock Rock City stretches inland.
Have a brother in the cut. Where the wood at?
Huh. That was a weird response. Brother in the cut, where the wood at?
In the rain-swept distance, above the rooftops of Jamrock, a repurposed silk mill stands perched above the motorway exit. Precinct 41 hunches in the rain.
So, Precinct 41's in a repurposed silk mill.
Yeah.
Your vision blurs. You wipe your face with your hand. The rain stings your eyes, making you look up and blink. Coalition aerostatics hang like apparitions under the cloud cover. Way up there, where rain forms, rotors flutter silently. Your sight clears.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. You should get a raincoat. There's a freight to the east. They sell them there.
That's great, Kim. I still owe like $130. Where do you think I'm getting the money for a raincoat? I mean, you know, we get the chance and we'll get a raincoat, but...
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to
Okay.
pass the time when Lieutenant...
I think we got that mentioned before, but not bad to revisit that note. Ancient fountain.
There's a tree in it.
The tracks leading onto the roof slush and rains almost washed them off. They seem to be playing a game, so I should approach from... Oop. Oh, stop. What's up? Maybe a sea monster did this to the plaza. Approach them from this side.
I just realized the different colors are probably the different skills. I don't know. I've played this how many times and I just thought of that just now.
Oh, it makes
Because
sense.
that could have easily been drama.
Yeah. Or at the very least, it's probably like that was a psyche note.
Oh yeah, that probably was a psyche note because it's purple.
Yeah.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
Rather appropriate. He literally just mentioned about his back.
Honey, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
A man with a fork in a world of soup. Huh.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never.
But shouldn't I ask what kind of game they're playing? Physical instrument?
No, you got this. There's the ball. You're the game.
So +2 for acting without hesitation. I think I'm going to observe them, despite this being a +2 for not observing them.
See? Your munching and complaining have ruined my concentration.
Throws a metal ball towards a smaller wooden ball in the sand, missing it by a meter.
Ah, mon Dieu. The pain in my back is unbearable. I can't even say if it's in my back or hip anymore. Feels like it's in both.
I hope you pass out from it. You goddamn jellyfish. Men like you are the reason this nation is sinking.
Shush. Ignore them. They don't know what they're doing. They're old. You are letting down yourself and the team. Get in the damn game already.
Wait, what team?
Doesn't matter what team. Pick a team. Any team. The blue team. You're letting them down. Get in the game and throw the goddamn ball.
Why are you so mean to me?
Eyes on the ball, Dinky Winky.
It went down!
As I hesitate, that's hilarious. Should I try?
Yeah, if you want, go for it. Uh-oh.
Oh boy. I'm curious what would happen if I...
Oh.
This felt
I rolled a 3.
wrong like touching your sister's breast. You threw your sister's breast.
Well,
Rolled a 3.
wow.
Mon Dieu. Good job, officer.
Ah,
That was an excellent throw.
There are no two more harmful words an athlete can hear than good job. And this was downright embarrassing.
I thought something way more spectacular would happen.
hey, at least you didn't do what I did.
Did you succeed the roll?
No. No, I don't think I did. I got that thing lost in the water.
Oh boy.
Unless that is what happens if you succeed the roll. I don't remember.
Your muscle memory knew what to do and went for it, but there were gaps.
Thank you, hand-eye coordination.
Yeah, gaps you tried to fill with thinking. We don't think in sports. We do.
We don't
It
think
felt like
it's
you were going
sport.
for a thrust or a lunge. There was definitely gonna be jumping. Maybe you scored a point, but this is a fiasco.
Ow, my morale.
I believe you can click
What are
the
you
three
talking
to
about?
bring your morale back
You
up.
just
Yeah,
executed a pretty much perfect pétanque throw.
Perfect pentant throw.
With a pinch of fear.
How are you ever going to get the officer's shit off your nose, Gaston? Or even climb out of his ass?
That's just how Johnny Ballgame is. Extraordinary. I was going for something cool, but I screwed it up, like always.
The man in the uniform says nothing. His gaze is fixed on the horizon. His merry partner is staring at the ground like he's trying to see right through to the other side. The lieutenant is looking at you. His face is expressionless.
Nobody wants to acknowledge. So, have you seen the dead man?
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely. In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
But you don't have a problem with cops.
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets. If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
This is a man with a lot of past, but little present, and almost no future.
Sir, do you know that you are playing in a crater?
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
Made by a sea monster rising from the depths. Does it have anything to do with all the bullet holes? You know what created it? I kind of want to say the sea monster.
Say the sea monster then.
No. It was left by heavy artillery fire.
He did not seem to find that funny.
He was
Heavy
not amused.
Artillery fire, you say? That's the best kind of artillery. Very interesting.
But why?
Why what?
Why the artillery?
Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
Did you use artillery fire?
Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked. Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't though, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
What?
What? Did he lose you at suicide sex cult propaganda?
Yes.
Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first. Yes, The military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol.
He finds your lack of historic knowledge troubling, a sign of mental deterioration in the preceding generations.
Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in '08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta.
Nod thoughtfully and turned to look northeast.
This here is Blood Ground, where Coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing pétanque on their mangled corpses.
Pleasant.
Old ground.
Yeah.
You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Explains all the war damage.
Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too.
He approves of this radical approach, knows it was necessary.
The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
And I say, have you considered that maybe leaving an entire city as a slum, as a example, might have resulted in the Union having complete and total control? Because that's what happens.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the Coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course they still all influence.
Hey Kim, have you noticed that all the lights suddenly got real dim?
You don't
Yes,
even
detective,
begin
it's
to
very
fully
dark
understand the
out.
players of the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the... What do you think?
Cleaned up our mess now that rule us regret and shame. Coalition seems quite capable, actually, to understand how money works. I don't think I just do.
What's your opinion? Even though you don't have a whole lot of information, just from what
Yeah.
he told you.
I'm currently feeling this one.
Go
like
for
the
it.
foreign powers cleaned up our mess, now they rule us.
I'm sorry it had to be them. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains, I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol, or even if that damn clan Frisel had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case.
This royal failure weighs heavily on him.
Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio.
Okay, I feel like we've gotten a bit off topic.
This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
Yes, the communists, they wanted the bad music on the radio
The
and
neon
the
signs.
toothpaste ads. Yes, that was their plan. Mwahaha.
Damn Frisel. He was the king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him, and the crown. He died in the hands of the Hyperlay, in a very public execution.
Well, I feel like we should probably stop talking to this man before he has a heart attack.
A true king in both blood and mind led Revachol before Frisel. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile.
Question, what's a suzerain?
The suzerain is the king. Has everyone forgotten already? They forgotten already.
Now, I just have a very minor case of total retrograde amnesia.
Soon, they will forget everything. Him too. Then he chooses anger over melancholy.
It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's borders when it happened. When we took our last stand against the Filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
Oh, hey, I can show him the rifle.
Yes, you could.
Oh, wow. 8%.
Oh my. At least it's a white check.
Yeah.
It's a Bell McGrave. 4.46 caliber. Breech loading. Revachol made. Good weapon. Accurate and reliable. This one's inoperable. The bolt spring is missing and the mechanism is jammed shut. Still a beauty. Where did you find her?
In a bookshop.
I'm not surprised. There are probably lots of forgotten wartime weapons lying around here. Back in the day, everyone had something stashed away. As for the rifle, I don't know what else to tell you. These BM-446s are an antique. No one uses them anymore. The ammunition is impossible to find. Ah, yes! King Philip III on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was.
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
Cocaine. Cocainum. Sounds like our kind of king. And just imagine what kind of cocaine a king would have had.
Electrochemistry's like, cocaine mentioned? Cocaine mentioned?
Your power.
Yes.
Feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule.
Was that?
Oh, old Philip was a big fan of the purple nose candy the nobility loved so much. A cocaine connoisseur of sorts. His egocentricity is borderline legendary.
His egocentricity is borderline legendary.
You can't even take responsibility for yourself. How could you fathom the responsibility weighing on the shoulders of a ruler?
He's like, how dare you judge our king for snorting cocaine, like copious amounts of cocaine, like,
Yeah.
how
That's
dare
why
you?
the Philippian kings use cocaine. For clarity of vision. To aid in their work. Regnum cocainum. Revachol's finest years.
I'm satisfied with this explanation.
Of course, electrochemistry is satisfied.
Of course.
Of course.
we are.
Clarity of vision. Awareness.
Philip III was even brought into this world with the help of cocaine. The court made him administer the dose to his mother when she was in labor. And it is well known that with the help of cocaine, only the purest, of course, he was able to connect with higher realms.
Sure he was.
Higher realms. Of course, it all makes sense.
It's all coming together. It's all coming together.
We would operate heavy machinery, much less rule countries. What was that about higher realms?
It's really not. Please, do spare us the cocaine fairy tales.
Yes, indeed. We're not here to investigate the drug trade of centuries past.
Decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood.
Like a leader should take care of his people before he does, a mile's worth of cocaine.
A nation is only as strong as its leader. That's why it was such madness to try to...
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
He's heard this rant many times before.
The carabiner doesn't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve.
Right.
Okay, 8% chance, let's go.
All you observe
Yes.
is a veteran refusing to let go of the past and his old uniform. This is not uncommon.
We actually got
that-
pretty close.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Like pretty close.
This is the uniform of the Royal Carabiniers in service of Frissel I, Guillaume le Lion, and the valiant King Philip V before him.
Don't you mean Frissel the Fan?
You do not speak his name, Craven, although he was a clown. But he was our clown.
Our clown.
And
He
to mourn.
was our clown, you dick.
There's something you,
You don't
missed.
get to be mean.
You will get to it. Don't worry.
No, I think we should be mean.
I have really
Stand in the
held
middle.
down myself. This is divine.
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat arse of yours. I hope your heart gives out.
René, it's a little pleasures. Life doesn't need to be a struggle. Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day? Let me think.
Yeah.
I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week. But that's all I know, really.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Must have hurt
No,
something.
officers, I'm sorry. And I really would like to assist. You are both good guys. I can see that.
Then help them, you wimp. You have plenty of shoulder with the gauche caviar in the Union. Someone must know something.
I wish I could, but I just don't know anything. I always keep my nose clean and don't gossip. Everyone knows and respects that.
Respects?
I'm not even anyone.
Of course he's holding back. His mouth is so full of Union prick he can't even speak properly.
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, René? I'm not anyone important in the Union. I just know Evrard.
Who is Ever?
Evrard Claire. Everyone in Martinez knows the Claire brothers. I taught these boys human studies and history in the gymnasium.
What do you know about history? You never witnessed history, only heard about it years later, when it had already moved on. You don't know history.
The old soldier mumbles something under his breath and turns to face the sea.
Let's try not to get caught in a crossfire.
Lest we leave riddled with bullet holes. This animosity is ancient.
Oh, in many ways, yes. Like an honorary member. I attend meetings and parties, help with little things. Evrard, Edgar, and the older debarders all know me. Oh, yes. Not in the technical sense. I don't have a vote or a membership card, but Evrard keeps me on the payroll, just for the little things.
Of course he's not a member. He's not a member of anything. I knew that. He's a Vezavane. Turns to where the wind blows and tries to look important.
Okay.
I hate the socialist rabble, but even siding with them is better than living your entire life on the fence. Never committing to anything. Pick a damn side already.
What little things?
Writing work mostly. Occasionally, He needs something written, and I happen to have a way with words, people say. Oh, nothing official, I assure you. Just essays for the newspapers. About Martinez and how things are and how they could be. Evrard and I had these long talks where...
Well, he tells his little penman exactly what to say. It's commie propaganda, plain and simple. You should be ashamed of yourself.
No, thank you. For being consummate professionals. You'll have this case wrapped up in no time. Oh, the goal is to throw you bull. As close to the cochonnet as you can. That's the cochonnet.
Okay.
Well, first, you draw a circle about a half a meter in diameter. We made ours out of rope. Then, the order of play is determined by a coin toss. You win it. You get to throw the cochonnet. Then, the players aim to throw their bulls as close to the cochonnet as possible. They must stay in the circle and keep both feet planted. I could, but I'd rather not. I don't want to take up your time with trivial details, officer.
Is he denying you information when you clearly requested it? That's it. We're blowing the lid off this man jar. You need to know things. Yes, you do. Knowledge is power. Bathe in it. Empower yourself. Trust me.
I'm not threatening this man Half-Life.
Yes. I'm sorry, officer.
Good. Gaston finally understands the rules now. Let's see if it makes him a better petonquista.
I don't like where this is going, officer. Don't you think we should do something else now?
Okay. Well, we've got a frankly terrible plan to go break into the harbor. How was it that we got up there? Was it this way? Yeah. Ooh. A little bit of money. Okay. That's not the path. Detective, do you remember how to get up there? Ah, good. Thank you. Thank you, Detective.
Tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing.
Backed by physical instrument. Okay, hang on. Put down a quick save. I've got a tank top that can give me physical instrument. Put that on. Okay. Could put another point into physical instrument, but see where we are at now.
Tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing.
8%. This isn't going well. Whoa, whoa.
Nope, no. That's still too high. What were you thinking? You're not a gymnast. You're a boxer. And you've climbed way too high up here. You could have died there. Shit, 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 shit. I'm failing you. This wasn't part of our deal.
I got you, Bratan. Let me just adjust your breathing a little bit. There, isn't that better?
Bad necktie. Bad necktie.
Hey, what's happening? You okay? It's okay. You're just having a little panic attack. Try to breathe as slowly as you can, alright?
The necktie lets go a little. Its vicious grip easing around your neck. Colors return to the world around you.
Oof.
Good. We can always come back when you are feeling better. It's just a cloak after all.
Okay. We specifically need savoir-faire, not physical instrument. It's the insane meshed. Oh. Okay. Oh. I could put a point to savoir-faire if I can find it. I could put a point into here. I'll likely raise it up a little. I'm unlikely to get past measure head. We can always try.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now. Do you know what you should do with that money, kiddo? You should buy more alcohol. Enter the endless cycle of consumption. I don't think we're gonna do that right now. Electrochemistry, we still need to
pay off a huge debt.
Oh, it's quite dark.
Yeah, it's going on 8 p.m.
Time to talk to Measurehead?
Well, I tried jumping and had a panic attack. So,
Time to talk to Measurehead.
I mean, I could also put a point into Sapphire Fair and hope for the best. You know, I feel like before I talk to Measurehead, I'm gonna put on my punching shirt.
Your punching shirt.
Just in case this turns violent.
It very well might.
That man is like a
Body
solid foot
betrays
taller.
your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
I don't even know how to respond to either of you. Kim, I feel like we should just try jumping off.
No, we should just jump off the roof. It's fine.
Your body does not betray your degeneracy. That's a lie. You're in great shape. Don't say anything. Size him up first.
I'm gonna listen to authority on this one.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
Morphophysiology.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
So this is the competitive racist we were telling
Yes.
you about.
Yes, you were.
And his racist groupies.
Man, I'd hope for a critical success to chuck him off of the off of the wall here.
What is this androgynous display of sexual maturity? Merely standing up makes you sweat profusely. Your breathing is erratic. Your own heartbeat in your ears grows frantic.
Oh, that's so
Feel
close
your
there.
blood
Damn.
rise. Stop it! You are embarrassing yourself in front of this woman and your pedomorphic friend.
What if we just continue to be the most embarrassing person in front of him and he dies?
He
of
dies of embarrassment. He just leaves.
This display of weakness may appeal to older women with a stronger maternal instinct, but it is a liability here on Battlefield Martinez.
He's just
His body
so
is betraying
much.
his
Yeah.
degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
Why is unimportant? I'm with the police and we need to get into the harbor.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al-Ghul. You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Right, I'm an alcoholic. I just drink a little on the weekends.
What do you want to say?
Like how I say, you're right, I'm alcoholic now.
Go for it then.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
What?
Show him the ham still got it.
hours. You should help me do my job, please.
Just need you to do my job. Please shut up about the race bullshit. Get out of my way.
I'm the police. I need you to comply now.
Jerking motions. Signs of a late-stage neurodegenerative disorder. How far the Occidental haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft.
Psst, Camp, how many bullets you got left?
You dominated lesser
I'm just
cultures,
saying, might need
like
to borrow
the
your
deformed
gun again.
Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
What do you want to do?
I don't want to throw accusations around, but at the same point I want to say I need to talk to your boss. I just need to move 27 years back.
It is my task to keep the degenerate drunks from entering the harbor.
I'm looking at the push him out of the way button. It's getting progressively more tempting with every second.
That is right. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Simonine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls. This is your chance. He's talking. Rip into him with a punch and catch him off guard. No. Don't rip into anyone. You're sensitive. Remember? Communicate.
Suggestion is against it. Suggestion is literally like fighting me on this. Do I go for like the physical instrument one, or do I try and get some more information first? I don't know if this is going to cause this to lose points because I've waited.
I suppose maybe talking, you're getting him more distracted, I suppose. I don't know.
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race. I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I've taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
He's like, most racists aren't even that good at being the race. So, you know, I just wanted to prove how good
That is
I am at racism.
but you got a hard noggin yourself.
I love that physical instruments just like, you got a thick head. I feel like saying this is going to get me headbutted.
Likely, maybe. Who
Your
knows?
silence betrays your inferiority. You do not have a reply. You should enter a deep race slumber. Perhaps in 4,000 years, there is need for a servile homunculus.
Hey Kim, so about that gun?
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that. There must be some friction there. He's keeping it well hidden, however.
Authorities, you know, got a point here. Might be able to pick at something. How's that factor into your
Mr.
life?
Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront international capital, which is something your race naivistic communists never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
Communism is pretty cool. Vigilism is my jam. My jam is mysterious fourth thing.
Jam is a mysterious fourth thing. Are you a communist? Not a communist? An individualist? Or is your jam a mysterious fourth thing?
I'm gonna go with individualist.
Jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs?
I got it from disco.
Of the
Disco!
Seminoles people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon my race. But what is done is done. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race.
Wonderful. Renown, at least.
What you need is to come to terms with extinction and never getting into this harbor.
Kim, what do you think about this?
Kim, help.
I think this racist is better than the last. But the next racist will be the really good one.
How do you know there will be a next racist?
There always is.
He is right.
There's always another racist.
There's always a bigger fish, you know?
Race is reality. He does not so much as glance at the object.
Know anything about this mug?
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it. Does he strike you as the kind of man who puts mugs into trash?
Not particularly, but... Go, detective.
Oh! Oh!
Just like that. Instinct.
Oh!
A solid strike straight into his throat. Into the cartilage. You could swear you felt the soft palate break.
I like to imagine that the detective's holding up the mug like, you seen anything like this before? And he's just like, stop shoving me in that in my face, and just
wham with the other hand.
Right hook straight to the throat.
Yes.
The man is reeling, gasping for air. Time stands still around you. In the distance, the sounds of the harbor are falling silent.
I can't make a 3-foot jump from a rooftop onto, platform to grab my coat, but I can punch out.
You can punch a racist in the throat, though.
All you hear is a small gurgling sound as a trickle of blood appears.
Oh, shit, you broke something.
Did hear something about some soft palate breaking.
Yeah.
He's open. Rip into him. Right hook. Escalated. Get intimate with him. Bring that
spin kick, right hook.
I don't think there are wrong answers.
Right hook. Oh.
Damn.
Oh no.
Oh God.
Maybe there are wrong answers,
The
actually.
head is in his hands, like a pair of forceps crushing you, and you can feel every jewel.
Say it. I am a degenerate drunk.
Take the pain, goddammit. At least take that.
I was winning.
I was winning, damn it!
You were. But then you made a wrong move, and now your skull feels like it's about to crack.
Maybe you should have went for that spinning
Should've
kick.
went for the kick. I was worried I'd throw myself off the edge, though.
Even under the increased force on your skull, there is no pain. Just the sound of your own blood gushing in there, feeding your mind with oxygen.
You are a poor player of physical chess.
Try again.
Try again!
There's no way this works a second time, right?
I mean... apparently, yes!
Just like that, instant, the man is reeling.
He has to be super, like,
All you
ow.
hear is a small gurgling sound as a trickle of
Spin kick, go.
Spin kick, spin kick, spin kick.
Go, detective. Oh.
the man lands.
I can't
with a
believe that
dull
worked.
thump, like a
Disco
big of muscles and sinew. For a moment, he still tries to keep his head up, dazed eyes looking at you with unimaginable surprise. To your left is the button.
I'm shouting disco.
As you slam your fist on the button, the man collapses entirely, his head rolling to the side.
Looks like you're the new measurehead now.
Her voice is surprisingly calm.
No one is the new measurehead. Let's go before he gets up.
You're lucky that we're out of, little. You're lucky we're out of giant handcuffs.
Yes.
I'm taking your. Yeah, let's go, Kim. Run. Hey, Kim. So you wanted to talk?
Yeah, it's gonna say.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't force us into situations where I may have to shoot random civilians, because that won't get us anywhere.
I'm sorry. He had it coming, Kim.
He had it coming.
I'm not even sure the one bullet my chamber holds would even prick that hook.
He's the one trying to provoke me. Despite bad, unsafe ideologies, I'm a hero. Can't promise that I might attack him again.
What do you want to say?
I kind of want to say number 3.
You can.
We are not here on some political quest. We are here to solve a crime. Don't make the situation any more volatile than it already is.
Okay, Kim. I won't break Measurehead's neck.
Let's think of something else.
I'm just saying, Kim, that, you know,
The door.
like, oh,
Never mind. I said nothing.
I'm just saying, Kim, that, you know, if like, if he hadn't, like, you know, just, if he had just either A, stepped back 20 centimeters, B, shut up, or C, maybe thought that I wouldn't punch him in the throat a second time, he would have been punched in the throat a second time, and then spin kicked.
Can't believe that worked twice.
I can't believe that worked twice, too. That shouldn't have worked.
Also, oopsie daisy. I didn't mean to tell you where to go.
It's okay.
You know what? It's late, so like, you know, you get this one.
Thank you. Oh, sentient. Sentient coffee. Postcard. We got over here. A book.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
Let's see what's inside, he thinks. The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders. Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. 2 kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara. And the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol, Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry.
Where's our volition?
It's next to Inland Empire.
It's actually pretty decent. You know, we got 5 psyche, so it is a hard check then.
It's it's a medium check, but your volition is 1 actually.
Okay. So just because we have high psyche doesn't inherently make our volition better then?
Typically they do, but I don't remember how exactly it works. It could be like, oh, well, it works with these guys.
Whatever's
but not-
hidden
well,
here
we'll show you
is
them.
hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer.
I love that it's like, make sense of it. And you just pull off a little sticky note.
Yes.
It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Look, Kim.
Look, Kim.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union. One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
What is so special about this borscht? Code for drugs? Booze? Blood? Remember, Leo, Everart's all items
It
on
just
the
reads,
list have
what's
been
on.
crossed out, and the drawer slides shut smoothly.
maybe something we can ask about in the whirling. Ah, magnesium. I could use some of that.
Shades gives you +1 visual calculus but -1 drama. Want some shades?
I was giving it. Oh. I should probably find a different pair of pants and shoes. That's probably why I wasn't succeeding that jump roll.
Take your pants and shoes off. Don't do that, actually. Don't do that, actually.
Detective. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now it's all coming together.
It's all coming together now.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change."
I mean, I have no reason to use a payphone.
Not at the moment.
Like, yes, mine.
The tarpaulin cloak is still hanging on the railing. The white rectangle of the Revachol citizens. As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak wants to deliver a message of comfort through your fingertips. I will shield you from the elements and give my life for yours. That's what the cloak is relaying.
Yes. Oh, and it gives shivers too.
Yeah.
That's going to replace my Disco A blazer.
Yeah.
It's just an upgrade for my blazer.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wait. Glad I don't look stupid.
You look so ready to meet a union boss. Wild Pines. Oh yeah, that other person you should be talking to.
Got stuff. Okay, go that way or go that way?
Go forward.
This is closer. Oh, wait. What's that? On here?
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marche and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block.
I'm not touching that right now.
I don't know.
That feels like a good way to have a large crane drop something on my head.
Oh, you need one of those.
It's fine. I got loads of health and morale, just not with me. Just in my pocket, you know? We got a rope over here. Probably Shivers talking to me.
Yeah, likely.
Got a cargo belt. Speaker tower. A box. It smells like blood. Lovely. Take him.
Appears to be locked.
Kim, it appears to be locked, and I don't have a lockpick. I mean, I have a pry bar.
You tried the pry bar.
Kim, this is arguably a crime at this point. No.
Well, you have to equip the pry bar.
There we go. Oh.
Gloves.
A new pair of gloves.
Interfacing, and that one gives you
Half-life.
half-life.
Yeah, Half-Life.
Not quite like Half-Life.
Yeah.
This isn't Half-Life 3.
On the one hand, nice gloves. On the other hand... Let's put down a save.
Definitely should save before talking to Evart.
I mean, yeah. I still know where Evart is.
You'll find
I don't
him.
particularly see an office.
Yes?
There's a couple things there. A bit of money. You
Container,
person.
container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
I see. You are listed as Easy Leo.
Container,
Leo from the note.
container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard.
Do not interrupt this little man's in his joyous activity.
Everard, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister?
The look in its deep blue eyes is as sincere as you've ever seen. Kind of makes you feel like an arsehole for no apparent reason.
I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
It's with you people in scabs.
I mean,
Oh.
I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
I just like to say, you see a pair of police officers and just assume, scabs, right?
Well, I feel like he sees Kim and is like, that's a police officer. He sees you and is like, I have no idea what
I've
that
got
is.
the police cloak.
Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
I'm looking for Evart.
Oh, you want Mr. Everard then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood. Guys like Mr. Everard and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everard and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Easy, Leo.
Oh, Mr. Everard is usually in his office, of course. But you gotta be quick if you want to see him. He leaves around 10 p.m.
Oh no. Oh boy. Okay, that's good to know.
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
Oh, this is a red check.
It cannot be retried.
That is not happening.
Is there any... Well, no, you can't change clothes. Never mind.
I also don't think I have any clothes. I have a skill point. I could put it in here.
If you want.
I'm gonna put it in there.
Go for it.
28.
The containers in the yard are green
Getting
in
really
Wild
low.
Pines livery, and
Yeah,
the
I'm
mountains rising
concerned.
behind Leo is all red in Union colors.
No, not really. Mr. Everett doesn't tell me all the big things. Says I go and tell them to everyone.
Got a massive redecorating operation, Kim. Nudge, nudge.
Yes, they are hiding it from the inside. All the red containers have the Debarders Union logo on them.
Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all.
I do need to go talk to your boss, but what is up with the suspended?
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up. Oh, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
What about borscht?
Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started. It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
Power borscht, huh? Never heard of a borscht that turns little guys into dogfighters. Alcohol, however.
Yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags.
Who makes it at the whirling?
Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad.
Looks like the borscht is spiked and gotta look into it.
Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Bye-bye now.
So, if I'm understanding correctly, Everart's through here.
Everart's through there.
Okay. Let's put down a save. Because, we've almost run out of time.
You have the pry bar still in your hand. It looks like you're going to threaten that man.
Maybe I will threaten. Kim, I don't think I need a threat effort. He hasn't seemed particularly intimidating. This is not a measure head situation. Hang on, I'm gonna go look at that swordfish. The swordfish tells time. There's a clock. There's a clock in that swordfish.
Yep.
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you.
He just finger guns at us.
With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you.
Let's get straight to business. There's been a murder.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat. I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez. I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Bad vibes, man.
Why did you call me Mr. Dubois? Is that my name or something?
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. It's nothing. Forget about it. Filter it out. He's trying to throw you off your game with this Dubois nonsense. Don't give him the pleasure.
I don't sit. It's kind of my thing.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong convictions. I, too, have convictions. One of which is that I will not engage with any man who won't face me at eye level. Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our conversation. But until then, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave.
You're no
Well.
titan of mission, buddy. He's got you in a fork. Sit down or leave.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
This chair is uncomfortable.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're
Yeah.
sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Well, that's a
Oh,
problem.
by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense.
To a giant novelty check on his desk. It's absolutely comically huge.
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
You know, guard.
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character. No union man in him. A real piece of work, that boy is.
I mean, I know that we need money,
Yeah.
but like,
He's the head of the people who probably murdered a man.
yes. And also, we are also a literal police officer, and that is a literal bribe.
Yes.
Like, if he just said, like, oh, I'll square things away with Gart, that would be arguably another story.
Yeah.
But him making us literally take the money, that is...
That's insurance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I respect a man with principles. No handouts, then. Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun.
Ooh, okay. Ah.
The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only 2 words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
Okay, I was wrong. It doesn't heal you to full, it only heals 1 block.
Yeah. I was waiting, going on your assumption, I was waiting for it to basically be at,
0.
at 0, to be like, okay, get the maximum amount. Because you can sometimes get a little healing from other things.
This is true.
I know everything, Harry. Right now, I know that you're worried. Don't be worried. Everything's going to be all right. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
It was loaded.
Don't panic!
You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Ah.
The chair is killing you.
As an 8% chance. I'm just gonna pop one of those.
God, you're sweating.
Yeah, no.
Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
Wow, that is a terrible roll.
That was bad. That was unfortunate.
And can cry too.
You want to cry? God, you're weak. Whatever you do, don't cry. He'll think you're disgusting.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
Flying down the chair like a jello shot. There are no Harrys. Let your mind go to the sleep.
What do you want to do?
While Everard is distracted by your odd behavior, the lieutenant's eyes are mapping everything around you. The folder, desk, papers on the wall.
Good job, Kim.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can you get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
Yes.
A medical emergency.
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Oh yeah. Great, keep sliding. Just stares uncomfortable, like, use that glass of water. Oh.
What do you want to do?
I think I'm gonna ask for a glass of water.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
I really don't feel like you're all that busy. You are lounging back in a chair.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions.
Looking into your shady brew. Oh. I was gonna ask me how I got in. Talk about the hanging.
That's your main thing.
Let's stay on topic.
That's why you're in
We only
Martin
got an
A's.
hour.
I know
Less than
everything
an
that
hour.
goes on around here, and I would
Is
love
he
to
going to
discuss
kick
it
me
with you.
out?
I have no idea. I've never had that. It get
I mean,
here.
it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me,
Since there's a but.
but there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors.
I am incredibly talented at opening doors. Ask Measurehead.
Kim, is this true? Are we door opening machines?
I'm not sure I understand. If you're asking us to break down someone's door, it's not going to happen.
Come now. I just need you to go open a little door for me and leave it unlocked. A simple thing. Absolutely nothing shady about it.
Does this jiggling ooze think he's going to use you? He's got another thing coming. Play his game, son, with your eyes peeled. He's going to slip up, and when he does, you're going to come out on top.
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
I could run around all day.
You want to send someone a message
I
that the
can
police
stop
are
time
working for.
while doing it.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry? Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
What do you mean by a weasel?
A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly. Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
But you don't even know anything about the hanging.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez.
I love the options are accept the task, refuse the task for now. I get the impression I'm going to have to do this task regardless.
Possibly. I don't know if I've ever refused the task and remained refused of it, but I couldn't tell you it could be possible to continue, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
I like to imagine we just sort of pinch our nose like, fine.
Yeah.
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level. You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker, too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door.
You called me Mr. Dubois.
Of
Why?
course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard, I call you Harry.
That's what the hanged corpse called you. Harry.
So Harry's my name.
My
Harry.
God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
I mean, I am definitely some fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop. Floats a glass of water over. Remarkable telekinesis.
I think the odds of that are very low.
My memory's fine. I was testing you. Testing you.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out. With my big fat folder.
Maybe I'll just peruse your folder just to be
Make
sure
sure
it's-
everything's in
yeah.
order.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
I've read the shipping folders before. I need to put my stuff on for drama, so I'm not going to click this red check. Where'd you get that folder?
Ah, this? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
I find that very suspicious. May I have a look?
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry. It's Harry. Harry Dubois.
You feel like a Dubois, but you don't feel like a Harry. Strange.
I thought you were. Something longer.
Sure, okay. You're Harold. Harmon. Haroldamus. But that's not what the record
Haroldamus.
says. The record says Harry Dubois. A real man's name.
Heraldamus.
Mr. Kitsuragi doesn't seem even slightly empathetic to your memory loss, Harry. I, however, wish to help you any way I can.
Kim suspects something now.
Well, Harry, if I were to sum you up in one word, it would be apologetic.
I'm sorry.
Yes. You seem to be. A lot of the time. But right now, there's no reason to be. Let loose a little. Be you.
I'm sorry.
family? Harry, you're not a family man. There's not one peep of family in here. Unless you think you're a family man. Do you strike yourself as a family man, Harry?
What do you think?
I don't think that Harry would think of himself as a wonderful father.
That's why I like you, Harry. A good man knows both his strengths and his weaknesses, and you, my friend, you are one of the all-time greats.
Come back
Of course,
to that,
Harry, of course. Let's not linger on personal details and amnesia. You wanted something from me.
What is, drama is not high.
I guess you could leave and then
Yeah.
immediately come back after you equipped the drama.
Yeah, should we try that?
Yeah.
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate.
I was wondering how I'm supposed to get
Oh.
out.
I was wondering if I'd have to punch man
Here,
that again.
you're one of us now. A real red and white Union man. Take care, Harry.
Thank you.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your copper type.
Your copper type.
Yes. Guess what's yours?
Weapon cop. Cool cop.
No, you're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we?
You're a sorry
The
cop.
sorry cop.
Huge lack of enthusiasm going on in here.
One of the other copper types get jealous. I'm sorry, Upton.
What? Jealous of the sorry cop? I think they'll be fine. Don't worry.
But what are the other copper
Oh,
types?
you know. Apocalypse, Superstellar, the advanced interesting cop, liquid shadow cop. But you're too sorry to say those things. So, here we go.
I'm not sorry. How about that? What do you think about that suggestion?
No, you don't. Come on. You have to say sorry in 2 minutes. Stop wasting time and begin the repentance.
I'm
Right.
sorry.
It's okay. See if you can get something out of this, like info. Or maybe every time you say you're sorry, you get $1 million.
Hey, that would be pretty nice.
That won't happen.
Okay.
Okay.
Like, you know, fair, but you didn't need to do me like that.
Rigorous self-critique.
Let's move to the party. The cop headed to flagellant cop monk. Right line of work for you. We should be groveling at the feet of a feudal lord. Whoever made you this way was your own fault. What do you think? Should we take rigorous self-critique?
Maybe. It's up to you.
Okay. Hi, Apothecary. Woke up late, what'd you miss? And good morning.
Good morning, Apothecary.
Yeah, what do we got for drama here?
Well, you missed Mantis, throat punch, the competitive racist twice, and then flying kick them in the face.
Yes. I did do that.
We talked to an old man for a while.
Yes.
She found the bag.
I did find the bag. I got my coat. Not rigorous self-critique. My own flaws makes me sad.
Oh yes. Oh yes. She's the sorry
I'm
cop.
the sorry cop, apparently. 4 points into sorry cop, yeah.
You can always get another one up.
Yeah.
You got 3 points in communist.
And 3 points into ultra liberal. Good cop, bad cop, 7. Have racist wife. Escape a race car driver.
For speeding!
For speeding. This over here is the union boss, Evart.
Yes.
He's a scary man.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
That is what's wrong with Formula One. Now, there's nothing wrong with Formula One. However, this particular Formula One driver said some pretty mean things about, like the entire world. So, he had it coming. Lost deserves sloppy dog.
Ah ha ha!
Let's hear it, Harry.
Okay. Let's have a look at that folder.
Oh, also, according to Evart, your detective's name is Harry Dubois.
Yes, we have a name now.
As you look at the folder, Everard covers it with his hand and pets it. He's hiding it from you because it's not a real RCM folder. It's just another one of those brown folders you saw in the file cabinet.
Okay, Harry, you got me. This is from the Census Bureau, not the RCM. Those Census Bureau people are absolutely corrupt. You should do something about them.
He got the name from the Census Bureau, and everything else from your actions here in Martinez.
That's a pretty thick folder for my actions in Martinez, and it's not like I'm missing a week or less of memory.
Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi from the Census Bureau. Like I said, now I'm actually a very busy man, so is there anything else I can do for you, Harry?
That means he doesn't really know anything about you.
I was hoping for the detective to never find his name and just make one up. Assume a new life with a new name.
A pity. The mystery of you will have to remain a mystery for the time being.
Maybe I will develop a new name and, develop a new life.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
Could bring disco back,
Bring disco back.
Yes, that's what I said. Try to keep up, okay? Let's move on.
Aren't you gonna ask me how I got in, Evart?
Am I going to ask? Hell, Harry. You spin-kicked my strongest man in the face. I saw it from my window.
You sir, why'd you make up a fake identity, punk? Oh, sorry, I got real drunk once.
Drunk once.
Would you ask a man like that how he got into your container yard?
I'm a terrifying death machine.
You don't have a window.
You don't have.
It was a figure of speech, Harry. Of course I don't have a window. I'm in a container. Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it.
I'm sure it probably had something to do with the loud thump that came from Measurehead hitting the ground. Pretty sure people in Jamrock heard that. Looking into your shady brew, Evart.
I don't know what that means, Harry. Shady brew? There are so many moving parts in my operation, I can't keep track of them all. You know what? Don't even tell me. Whatever it is, do it. Surprise me. Just one thing. If you can, make it even shadier.
He sincerely has no idea what you were talking about. And he doesn't care either.
And just knowing Taekwondo's hot girl corner.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
Is he a corrupt union boss?
What do you think, Mantis? Is he a corrupt union? You can if you want, apothecary. That's up to you.
I'd like to say there is no one that owns a desk like this that isn't a corrupt union boss.
You're saying that desk is way too pretty.
Yes.
For someone who doesn't think a little too highly of themselves.
Yes. Could you be holding my gun hostage?
Only one thing is certain. If you work with him, you're going to get it back. And working with him might be the only way to do it.
I'll not be blackmailed with this gun business.
Harry! I was only trying to be tactful. A lost gun is a dangerous thing. I can't have it around in my neighborhood.
Pass.
Kids could be playing gun roulette with it as we speak. Teenage gangs could be arming themselves. Get a hold of yourself, Harry.
I assure you, we are working on locating the missing sidearm as well.
Corrupt union bosses are such a turnoff for me.
The lieutenant is concerned about the lost gun and feels that the fact you haven't prioritized looking for it is unfortunate, if inevitable, and doesn't put the RCM in a good light.
Excellent, Mr. Kitsuragi. That's excellent news. Looks like we have a friendly gun-finding competition on our hands.
I'd like to say one, corrupt union bosses being a turnoff is perhaps one of the most valid turnoffs I think I've ever heard. To friendly gun-finding competition is one of the most alarming sentences one could ever hear.
That's an alarming sentence.
See you soon, Debardeur. Just kidding, but not too much.
You know who I should absolutely gargle down my god, Kim. I'm not gonna argue your taste with Kim. I mean, Kim's great.
Kim is great.
Okay. We've got our we got a skill point. We've updated some of our tasks.
Oh yeah, you have to open a door for
Yeah.
him.
It's unauthorized access to whirling trash. May take a while. Ask Kuno. Okay, we can report back to Plaisance now. Kuno lied to you. Return and comfort and confront him, not comfort him.
Don't comfort him. He lied to you, and he's mean.
Now, friendly gun finding is a pretty fun children's game. I remember that at recess. As an American was all the rage, especially at school.
It's a normal American activity.
I wish I could dispute this. Okay. So.
You should re-equip your bag, but...
Oh yes, I should re-equip my bag. I found the bag, by the way. Okay, so Kim. We got some, I think, pretty obvious problems. I do not remember how to get out of here, is one of them.
I got stuck here for a little bit too.
Oh, there we go.
You got it. You figured it out.
Okay, Harry does not want to go that way. That's fine, Harry.
There's some stairs. There you go. There you go. There we go.
Detective. Detective.
He's busy detecting.
Kind of tempted to pull the lever now.
You can if you want.
Let's put down a quick save. Just
Oh,
in case I
lever.
pull
Blasting
the
control panel
drop
with several
up.
knobs. 2 buttons marked Marsh and Arret are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block.
I love how the detective wrote down Kuno and you. Kuno doesn't use pronouns even in writing. The Kuno in the detective's head.
Yes. Kuno is Kuno's pronouns.
Is you a pronoun?
He was a pronoun, technically.
Yes, technically a pronoun.
The crane stands tall, proud, erect, and still. With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Well, we've done something.
You did a thing.
That doesn't look safe.
Does not look safe, no. Looks distinctly unsafe, actually.
And with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. This crane was built with a purpose, which has now been fulfilled. To move this container. Who can say? All you know is, it's special.
I can't see how that was worth the wreckers, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
He's like, I don't think we should have touched that, but it was pretty cool.
You see, Kim, that's the difference between you and me. I went and clicked a lever. No business
Before
touching.
you stands a cargo container.
And you
Just
have
one
gone
of
back
many
to the
in
case.
You do? Because I don't. There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
It was hanging from the crane.
You just picked one out because you wanted to interact with a cargo container. We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to talk to the Union, right?
No reply. You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
Persuade the door to open!
Do it, Harry. 3% chance.
You
Persuade
can do
the
it!
Yeah, our rhetoric is not going up anytime soon.
Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Because getting physical wasn't an option.
Because what wasn't an option?
You just said that out loud, too.
Yeah.
Now is not the time to get philosophical, detective. You can do that after hours.
Hey, to really get into character mastery, hot girl disco phase and do drugs. There is a chance for it to work.
There was a chance.
There was a chance.
There was a chance.
There's still a chance if I put a point into rhetoric.
Yes.
Not much of a chance, but technically a chance.
3%. 3 out of 100 times he does and it works. Yes. He convinces the door to open. 3 out of 100 times.
I will say, I do know, like, one of the few things I do know about, like, Disco Elysium is that you can just convince objects to do stuff for you.
Yes, that's
and
correct.
Kim will react to that nonsense.
As he should.
Timeline which Mantis convinces the door to open via rhetoric. Yes.
Yes. I kind of wish it happened.
I was really hoping for that. I mean, I got 2, like, 42% chances in a row.
Yes.
Like, getting that 3% chance might have burned all of the luck for the rest of the game. You know?
Yeah. There's so much bottle here.
There's a lot of bottle.
Another load of bottle. Kim's just watching you pick up bottle.
Yeah, door, could you please open for us? Hello?
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, Rene Arnaud.
You remember Renee?
Yeah, it's Renee.
It's the old man.
Yeah.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table.
On the one hand, I'm like, look at the picture. On the other hand, I'm like, this might legitimately just put the picture in Harry's inventory. Yeah, no, it's just a D&D campaign in disguise.
It is. It very much is. It totally is.
Let's get going. The entire neighborhood can see us up here.
I'm not gonna steal Renee's picture. Okay, looks like there's nothing else this way.
I'm a detective with the alcoholism background. Exactly.
Yes. Wait, is Kim just the DM trying to guide you? Oh, what if...
Maybe.
What if Kim is? Kim is the NPC trying to get you back on track.
He's trying, but he's also just letting you do stuff too.
Yeah.
Kind of just gently nudging you in the right direction.
Labor utopia. I can't want to say
You
labor
can say that,
utopia.
good.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains. Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk. The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing? What a thought! Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course. Your dead guy was an enemy combatant.
Babes, wake up, new conspiracy theory just dropped. D&D theory, we're all just minis. ST&D campaign.
Could whoever's playing my character get their shit together?
I love that this is just like a, slightly more like extrapolated version of simulation theory.
Yeah.
He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts. I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of schemes.
He means a more violent faction could easily take care of such a thing.
Can I get a higher dice roll? Just once.
For real.
Yes.
Understood. This has been of limited use. Still, thank you.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search. Sure, I'm glad it's not my search. A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
I was hoping you could tell me.
Of course. I got you. You don't know anything. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I'm a hustle grinder. About a weasel, it didn't sound like a local polar weasel, if you know what I mean. I'm opening this door for myself. I'm opening it for all working men. I'm not really doing this for political reasons. Like, I don't even have advantage on dexterity. Please, just one nat 20.
One nat 20 could really turn things around.
Yeah. I'm not doing this for Edvard.
Oh, so the none of the above type, are you? I get it. I like to keep my distance too. But it doesn't matter. It's a good thing you're doing. Thanks. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the wailing and rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
I'd also like to say I would also settle for like something above a 15 maybe.
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really truly matter. None of this mess we're in, this jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess. I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff.
Philosophical
Who
dock
I
worker.
am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
Who he is and what they're fighting for? This is interesting.
So why are you striking?
We're negotiating our share. Aye.
It's not wages or pension. Okay, economy stuff I get.
This stuff, they already covered.
So you got the benefits, that's saying. However much you feed the wolf. I have disadvantage on dexterity, and nat 20 becomes a 15 for me.
No!
I mean, a 15's still a very good roll. On a pass.
15's above average, but like it's not gonna do the fantastic things, you know what I mean? It might pass on the average rolls.
It's not enough. Not enough to get ahead. More about keeping us in our place. All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
Having all of the harbor workers on the company's board sounds really funny. I'd like to see an entire, like all the dock workers walk into a board meeting.
Like 62 people walk into a board meeting.
The tiny little boardroom. So I think now would be into some freaky stuff. That's a plus. It's what he says that turns me off. He's pretty when he doesn't speak.
He's pretty when he doesn't speak.
No. I don't think I'm a communist. Seeing something of value and saying I want it all to myself is a much older and simpler notion. No science to it at all. Even a weak child can think it. The only things holding someone back are I can't and I shouldn't.
You shouldn't take what's not yours. At the same point, like, if you're taking it from like a greedy CEO that's making like 6 figures for showing up and not showing up, no, then take it. Hey, that's fine. Do people walk into a board meeting? I'll say ow upon hitting the board.
Then how can anything ever be mine? But that's okay. We don't have to agree. The prairie is wide enough for all of us. I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman. I guess you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the harbor, makes deals with the owners or other relevant parties, watches out for his own.
By that, you mean corruption?
By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered world, see? And in this world...
Why would he not be corrupt? Bring him, my boy Luigi. Yes.
Yes.
The old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too lavish.
The desk seemed lavish to me.
Desk's a bit lavish, manana.
That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion. Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway, and moralism is the most corrupt of them all.
I love that he
Not
was just
you,
like...
you would like to say. But then there's that weasel door.
I love that he's just like, he's not lavish or anything. You're like, yes he is. He's reasonably
He's reasonably lavish.
He's reasonably corrupt.
Sure, I've had the necessary free time. Fortunately, there's always time.
The look in his brown eyes conjures up an understanding. For him, having command of his time is the most important thing. The man sits on the railing, his hands reaching far and wide, yet it feels as if he could effortlessly go even wider, if need be, an endless torrent
Detective
of
and
time.
Mantis are so twin core.
Hey. Psst. Psst. Hey, you. Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
You're gonna build communism again, Mantis?
How come there's word on the street?
Keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pockets, literally murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Rhetoric, I think you're going a bit overboard.
Okay, not in so many words, but don't deny it. You're about to rip off that mask of social democracy and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism that will devour and masticate mankind.
Can we have a little corruption as a tweet?
As a tweet?
Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
Roll up your sleeves and start building communism!
Okay, now. Do we start building communism?
No, it's up to you. Do you want to start building communism?
Failure. It's about failure. Yes, abject failure. Total, irreversible defeat on all fronts. Absolutely vanquished, beaten, curb stomped and pissed on. Until you came along. You will reverse the fortune of the workers of the world. You alone, against every living thing, against every human alive. 800 trillion real in the hands of an impossibly well-organized ruling class. Towering city blocks of bankmen who have the ears of prime ministers. Million-headed armies of nations and the love of your own mother. You against the atom, the charm and the spin, where the whole world failed. Matter failed to bend to human will. Human will failed to get out of bed and tie its laces. You alone, single-handedly, will rebuild the dreams of the working class. You are the last communist.
You are the last communist.
Now get to work, comrade.
The idea of communism is pretty sexy, but every communist power isn't. That's the issue.
Yeah. Yeah. Completely agree.
I'm left with the choice.
Do you want to start building communism again?
We'll opt in, but I currently don't have the thinking power for communism.
You don't have enough thinking power at the moment.
Get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
Hold on, Rhetoric.
Hold on, Rhetoric.
You can't make an omelette without breaking a few million eggs.
Rhetoric, wait. I think Kim wants to talk to you about your communism.
So, Kim.
I should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
So, Kim, I have 23 real. Do you think
and
that's...
a bag full of bottles.
Yeah, do you think that is enough to cover the money I owe?
You should take care of that, then.
Kim, we must go roll your sleeves, comrade.
You just end every sentence with comrade. Roll up your sleeves, comrade. We must work for my ability to stay in that room.
Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the street. We'll figure something out.
Though he finds this situation frustrating, he is doing his best to not make you feel any worse than you already do.
I think we are expecting a lot of Gart there, Kim. I don't think he's going to be...
Seeing it our way?
No.
No? Certainly, you must have $100 worth of bottles, right?
In the corner.
I do not.
Oh.
Your bottles clunk into the machine.
Oh no.
With a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man.
Ending
now.
every sentence with comrades is so Animal Crossing.
Do you know what you should do with that money, kiddo? You should.
Zovian socioeconomics, bias to visual calculus. Yeah, Ted's comeuppance 40 years ago, a fever that shook the world, never to return again. They were right until he woke up today. Spiritual corpse responsive only to the call of Commodore Red, Stutz, and Mazov. For him, communism was still a thing. He'll single-handedly raise the commune of O2 from the oceanic trench where it has been resting, covered in ghosts and seaweed. He's the big communism builder. Come witness his attempt to rebuild communism in the year 51. Oh, and just catching butterflies, comrade.
Ah!
Ralph.
Oh.
Ah. Kim, are you sure I can't just sleep in the car?
Ah! Yeah.
I feel like it would just be better if we slept in the car. If I slept in the car. You have a lovely room to stay in, Kim.
Yes.
Remarkably, the lights are still on in the bookshop at 10 p.m.
Probably gonna close soon, I'd have to guess.
Oh. This place got a lot more lively.
Yes. These jazzy disco lights.
Yeah. Good new to talk to.
Yeah.
Ah. I could use that. Oh, you said we. We so cute together. They're gay as hell.
They are a very popular ship.
Yeah.
And I ship it. Not gonna lie.
Okay. So. Gart.
Can I help you?
Seems like here at the Whirling Gart. Thing you need to talk about.
Thing?
The mess hall is reserved for the Union.
Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
Feel like that was directed at me, Gart. Who do you think Dom's in the relationship? I'm saying Kim. Yeah, definitely Kim.
Probably. It depends on how you play your detective. But most people play him as kind of sad teddy bear.
He hates the Union.
I feel like
but grudgingly recognizes its power over him. So he's directing his frustration at you instead. Retaliate.
You're above participating.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info.
He's got a very good point.
Yeah. The detective doesn't have the wit to be assertive.
We don't.
Yeah.
We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get
Kim,
hungry.
he knows. He
even
has
when they're
knowledge.
You glance at the clock on the wall behind the manager. Huh.
Mantis starting at 16. Is there anyone in the mess hall?
Good question.
They're probably getting drunk or protesting something somewhere. Or laying low after the, lynching.
Kim has the brilliance to know the detective's exact kinks.
Whatever he may feel about you, he can't miss the opportunity to throw you a look of what he assumes is shared understanding. Go with it.
Nod sagely.
Nods.
Yes.
Yeah. The Union guys think they're untouchable. They probably fucking killed that guy or something, and now think they can hide out till it all blows over, and it's fair weather again in Martinez.
I'd like to say I completely agree with the Kim assessment. Lynching, yeah, the guy,
dead guy who was
the dead
hanging
guy.
outside.
I have a feeling we'll make their acquaintance sooner or later.
The guy that was hanging in the courtyard in the back. The guy that we stuffed into a fridge.
Bear fridge.
To a bear fridge to check on later. That guy.
That guy?
Yeah, that guy.
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
I saw another thing at the...
Gosh, wait, one more thing.
So...
Yes, have you got it?
No, I do not.
Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
It's called out, so I'll freeze to death because I'm losing the stupid money game.
As a police officer, you must understand that I cannot take you at your word without evidence. Evidence being money. You can't stay here without money.
Conversation isn't going anywhere.
Not
is it?
until you bring me the money.
Okay. I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
I really didn't want to resort to this. The man is thinking.
Or Kim.
Oh,
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here. Another thing. Great. I love those. Yes.
Okay, well... I'm unlikely to find another, like, $105 next, couple minutes, so what do you got, Kim?
Maybe you should mug someone. You should not mug someone. Don't do that.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out tool.
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back, in the suspect transport enclosure.
Transport enclosure. Regular people just call it the cage. The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. 4 shiny hubcaps are stacked against the seat. Their silver edges sparkle in the dark.
I confiscated these 4 a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal. There are spinner hubcaps, frivolous things you put on your wheels. When the wheels come to a stop, the caps keep on spinning. There's no real use for them, it's just for vanity.
A vanity he wouldn't mind.
He wanted to keep them.
Yeah.
I always felt so bad about that.
Yes, there's one 100 meters south of here. I think it's called Roy's Nest or something. If I'm not mistaken, it should be open late.
Items that can be pawned at Bird's Nest Roy's appear in your inventory under the Items tab. You can pawn these items when talking to Roy.
Like, I don't want to take them, but, like, where am I going to get, like, again, $105? Thank you, Kim. So
The
sorry.
lieutenant nods as you take the spinners.
That thing we haven't checked over here. Okay, so somewhere around here. is a pawn shop. Kim? Kim, are you lying to me about this pawn shop?
He's not lying to you. Go back the way you came.
That's very much easier said than done, Motts. You know how uncooperative this detective is.
He is rather uncooperative. Now, go south from here. You should find it eventually.
What we got here? Drawbridge. Trash can. Bottles. It's another 20 cents there. Okay, so this is the pawn shop then. Fingerless gloves for electrochemistry. I'm not sure I want to give electrochemistry more power.
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything. You pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then, nothing happens.
Push it harder.
Nothing happens. A cold gust of wind blowing in from the sea interrupts the silence of the situation. A spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the waterlock to get across the canal. Some other way. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
But I can't wait till Wednesday.
More stuff to look at. Antique cash register. Film projector.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Is that a street light?
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently.
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property. You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back. Yes, buy something nice. A figurine. big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks, the kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
Franco-Nigerian knights. I used to be very serious about these guys.
A long, long time ago. They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets.
This is what the loyalists looked like, yes, at first. Then they wised up and got camouflage.
Which ones? Ah, royalist soldiers from the time of the Revolution. The uniforms are painted a bit too brightly, I suppose.
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks.
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers, revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
Wish it was more nuanced. Meant to give people hope.
Maybe.
He seems to have his own take on the conflict played out in perpetuity by these toys. Might be interesting to find out what it is.
Come on, slightly above a coin flip.
Why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse? A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say found.
Oh, that's the Headless Phone Rider. The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head.
Yes.
50 cents. Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
Ah. No, we're not here to spend money. Focus, detective.
The boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels. One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says, Stereo 8 approved. This is you. Golden orange. A sunset suite. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
This device come handy on police work.
If police work means playing tapes, sure. You can use it for that. Or any other time you'd need to play a tape.
Like a beach party. With sand and sun and seagulls dancing on the breeze.
Theoretically, Kim, could I bring it to a beach party?
Theoretically, yes. But we don't have time right now. It's generally murder investigation first, then beach party.
You're right. Kitsuragi work first, party later.
That is the unofficial RCM motto. Yes.
We'll come back for the boombox and the toy figure.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop. What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Have you had any trouble
I
lately?
haven't had any problems myself, though some of my customers have complained about inconsistent law enforcement.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake. People who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
More tasteful than others. Visualize, zoom in, recapitalize. May have signed that to
It keeps me entertained.
Entertained? He might be high. If he is, on what?
Electrochemistry is like, drugs, you say?
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Pyrrolidon. It's tough to come by on the street. A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
I'd like to check your eyes.
I try to keep the shop at a comfortable temperature.
There's a note of indignation in his voice. Interesting. Those triangle patches on his vest, you have a feeling they mean something, like they're similar to the halogen rectangle on your jacket.
I'm a chill out cop. That's what you're having.
I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade. You know, after the People's Pile disaster. Had to take Pyrrolidon for radiation sickness. That's what you were hinting at just now, wasn't it?
He's taken for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
I'm really concerned about the people's pile.
Yeah.
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you, too.
Great.
We were an all-volunteer force. Self-organized. Tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill. I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance. Didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick. There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened, and why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment, an early death, cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could. No one's, everyone's.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
Got a point.
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but... I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, You gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
Yes, we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them. The spinners appear iridescent in the dancing light of his pawn shop.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump a mesk banger? No matter. I'll give you 200 real.
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
Of course, I meant no offense. 200 real for you, officer. Delightful doing business with you. Do come again.
Thank you. Here's the 130 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it.
The windfall is a small consolation.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
A fascinating photo of a corpse.
Another time, perhaps.
We do need to stop.
Did you want to end the day next time?
Yeah.
Basically start the new day also next time?
Yeah, I think that would be best. Well, thank you for being here, Pop the Cherry, but
Yeah.
We gotta stop.
Sorry
Actually,
that you came in late.
Yeah, sorry you came in late. Actually, we're overrun by a bit. We're going on 3 hours now.
Gotta eat lunch.
Yeah. Okay. I hope you have a great rest of your day, though.
Yeah. Bye, Cherry. Thanks you to everyone else who also came along.
Yeah.
Or if you're watching this in the future.
Yes. See ya.
See ya.